I have done some videos on the geomorphic theory that life began at the Grand Canyon, and that the Grand Canyon is this kind of relic of the ancient past that we're excavating as the beginning or the origin of life on Earth, suggesting that it is strata as strata would be wrapped around as the standing wave in the new quantum atom theory of neutrinos that actually form these kinds of standing waves within the Grand Canyon, and that it was the energy of the sun's force circling through there and creating a vortex, and then creating that kind of energy there that could, if you will, create the primordial soup that all life began from on the Earth. So we can kind of still look at it, but the Grand Canyon is a pretty formidable place. So we can't actually go out there and stand out there. Notice that they left it the way it is. They didn't take land moving equipment out there and push all the rocks out of the way and flatten it out and make apartment buildings over there or anything. But there's all that space there. Why is that big space there, but they don't do anything with it? Isn't it like those pyramids? They're more than 6,000 years ago in Egypt, and they protect them with machine guns so nobody goes around there. See, nobody goes in the Grand Canyon because they're kind of scared of it, because it's a huge hole in the earth, and it's a little bit scary, when you stand at the edge of the Grand Canyon. That's a terrifying place. But I have a feeling if we got back to nature, if we became Naturforscher, just people who search for nature. In my novel, Madison does this with her boyfriend Herschel, and she gets out there in nature, and they take their clothes off and they have fun in nature, but they also have fun understanding nature and looking at it that way. And so my novel is kind of romantic in this way. It's based on experiences I had with Laura Zaluna over the years, and so it's a kind of it's a reflection on love in my life, and then love in the lives of others that I was seeing. In a way, I could be at Beloit College, and I could enjoy seeing like Madison and the guys who were attracted to her at Folk and Blues, and I could enjoy seeing how the debutante's boyfriend was attracted to her, and I could remember my own youth and the way that I felt about my girlfriend 25 years ago or 28 years ago or so. Let's see, 85, 95... 205, 2015, 30 years ago, at that point, -3, so 27 years ago. And I could enjoy that. I wasn't just there as like this old guy who was like looking to take some chick home and, make out with her. I was there recapitulating. I was there remembering my own experiences with love, and my own youthful experiences with love, and then how they became more mature. When I met Laurita, that's Laurita back there, and that was my girlfriend for about 15 years, and I consider her still my very best friend. And if I could make her my girlfriend, I'll make her my girlfriend again. But so love in our lives is one of the sources of remembering. See, it's one of the intense feelings that we have in life, and so it becomes the basis of continuity in our past. People judge their past, if you will, or people remember their past based on who they were with, who they liked, what they thought about those persons, and what they remember about those persons, and how those persons helped them define themselves. And that's what love is. It's the reflection of yourself through another person that makes you become a full and complete person. It's not as if it isn't as if you, as the philosopher Rousseau said, you don't need love, but you want love, because love helps you understand yourself. You can look in a mirror and you can talk to a mirror all day long, and you can learn a lot about yourself. You can expound your views. But love has this purpose in life, to help us reveal ourselves. A friend of mine put it this way. he said, well, he never had anyone. I know two of my friends that they never had anyone who loved them. They never fell in love. And no one, as far as they know, no one ever fell in love with them. Now, it might be true that there were girls that loved them, but they were too shy to actually tell them that. And I could tell that to my friend, the two friends that I have in mind here. I won't mention their names because they may consider it embarrassing, or they may consider it something they don't want to be said. But I don't. I have the feeling that that everybody needs to have that experience in life, but that everybody doesn't get that in life. Now that's also kind of tragic. And that also brings up again the issue of, are we going to live in a society where we allow others to fall beneath the level of the fullness of reality that way? Or are we going to live allowing people to have tragic lives like that? And you know what? I can't look out for every other person. Other people that I know can't look out for every other person. It's easier as biopoliticians who study the evolution of man and the nature of man, it's easier for us to look out for ourselves in a very small circle. But the circle could be expanded if some people were willing to compromise a little bit of their selfishness. Then there could be a group of, say, 12 people that live in a commune, and they support each other, and they all contribute in some measure. And that's just, see, the downfall of that situation is when you expand its boundaries too far. And so today a lot of people are missing. They're angry, like my friend and I have been angry that we live in the kind of government that we have, and that it's not quite what we want. But we have failed to see, or we are just beginning to see, that really the answer today is, not taking other people's stuff away from them, not taking the diamond mines back in Africa or some major adventure like that, which are well secured. The people who own them don't plan to give them back. They plan to keep them forever. So it's just more reasonable today to kind of like say, I know I can't remake the whole world, but I can have a more reasonable existence if I draw a small circle and I decide that these individuals are cared for, and that those individuals decide that they care about each one person, then to a great degree you're already helping those individuals, and you're already practicing something like a Christian ethic. And you're already kind of surrendering just a bit of your selfishness so you can maximize the pleasure of yourself and others. And it doesn't have to be thought of as a circle of 12 people that care about each other in that way. It might start out that everybody likes each other, not sexually. There are relationships that are not sexual. The brother-sister relationship, before modern internet showed you all the other goofy stuff, you used to think of each other this way, and the Mosaic laws of no incest had that reason, that if you change that relation, then you will actually have a problem with that.